Hey y'all, Case Guard Chicken and Cat Rambles. Hi there, Colin, pretty boy. I see you guys have been swinging. Yeah? So, tell me what you think. In your brooder, you got 3 different levels of roosting, and one of them swings. Aren't you guys spoiled? So here, closest to me is Colin. Right in front of him is Lyra, and the poofier girl towards the back is Moira. Moira just jumped down. So they've had treats, and they were playing on that like a ladder. They didn't really want to swing on it. And when the heat lamp was in there, they really just didn't have room for it. So I could tell over the past couple days that they're getting bored. These are a breed that prefers to be free range. They're not great with being confined to, limited to space. They look fully feathered, but they still have, these are really soft feathers. They need to get a little bit thicker feathers before they go out. I figure in a couple weeks they'll get to go out, and I'll have their outside run and coop built by then. But I figured to break the boredom, something new, and it doesn't take much for chickens. Just a little bit of rearranging, or Della, a little bit of rearranging something. Like I also moved that round roost bar. I left it on this end, but then I moved it about 3 or 4 spaces to the right, because I didn't want them to swing on the swing and conk their little heads or slam themselves into that roosting bar. This one here is what they like to sleep on at night. I put in the little heater for at night just to help break a chill, because we still have some cool nights and we don't heat our house. So, and we're trying to keep from turning on our space heaters if we don't need them, because we're all bundled up at night anyway. But I have a towel up here that I pull down, which blocks most of the light from the TV or the computer. But if it's totally black in there, they just chirp, 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 chirp. So this little corner here, this about 1 foot area in this corner, which exposes only about half of that little beam, which they don't sleep right in front of the opening. I'm using an old a Christmas shower curtain here as a drape to keep drafts off, because my room likes to suck in drafts. But anyway, they're doing good. Colin knows his name, and when I say Colin, pretty boy, I think it's the pretty boy he's responding to. But I probably should have handled them more when they were really little, but I had that little bit of the flu and just dealing with some allergy issues, and I didn't want to be handling them and sneezing or coughing on them. But I do put my hand in there with treats, and they eat out of my hand now, and they'll stand on my hand, and they just tend to be a little bit more flighty. They're not easy to catch, and I just don't want to stress them any more than they get already. But anyhow, they seem to be doing great, and they seem to be enjoying their swing. Yes. Yep. They're going into their 6th week now. Next Tuesday will be a full 6 weeks old, and then 2 weeks after that, at 8 weeks, I will move them outside as long as the weather allows. And even if it's still a bit chilly, their little personal coop grow out pen they will be able to get out of the wind. And if I have to, I will run a heavy duty extension cord out and have this in there just until they get a little bit bigger. But as long as the nights aren't going down below 40, I'm not going to worry about it. I want them they have to get used to the cold. It's not good to always supply heat for your chickens, but because they're young and they are still got developing feathers, we might just put the radiant heater in there. And the one thing about that is it doesn't heat the coop. It just it just is a radiant, warm place that they can go stand next to or in front of. And some late nights or early mornings, when I let the house get pretty cool, they'll stand down by it. But the first night they didn't have the heat lamp. They slept in front of it, and that was before I put this diagonal roosting bar in there. So now they roost up on that. So I'm sure a little bit of that heat wafts up, but I cover them at night like you would any kind of bird, just to keep any kind of drafts off. And the first night, this is their first week of sleeping in the dark, and they're like kind of like little kids. Right before bedtime, they are like so super noisy, and I just kind of leave their light on until about 8:30 last night. Night before, I had to do it at 10 o'clock because every time I got it really dark in there, they were just like freaking out and hopping down. And then chickens don't see great in the dark, so they were having trouble getting back up on the roost. And one would want to hop up on the roost, and there would be already one there, and they're just silly because the way they like to bunch up. So last night about 8:30, 8:45, I looked over, and they came in here and looked, and they were all quietly sitting together. So, and the towel was already put down, so I went ahead and turned their little light off. And they made some noises, some cheeping noises and trilling, and then they went right to sleep. And then this morning, I got up super early to go let the chickens out, just out of the coop, because I had closed the little door of the coop last night because we were having really high winds here coming out of the southeast, and that blows right into their coop. So I closed the little door. So this morning about 4:30, 4:45, when I heard Laddie do his first crowing, I went and opened the little door so that he or any of the girls could escape out into the run and not have their eardrums blasted by his crowing. But I went ahead and opened the door because it was warmer this morning at 4:30 than the high is supposed to be for the rest of the day. We're supposed to be into the 40s here pretty soon. Supposed to be 81 yesterday, and it barely made it above 72 for like an hour. And then it was really cold and windy last night, and then this morning it was warm and really windy. But at 4:45 this morning, Luna was sitting in there on the nest box. I'm like, it's not even light outside. But anyhow, so I opened their wall of their coop and left them in the run, and then I went back out about 7:30, and it was almost 8 actually, because I fell back to sleep and let them out into the yard. And at that time, I was like, oh crap, I hadn't turned the light on in here for the babies, and I did. And once I was up moving around and coming in and out, then I heard them cheeping, so I turned their light on and lifted their towel. And this is kind of a dark room, so keeping it airy for them. And they all hopped down and immediately went and got a drink and started eating, and now they've just been making noise and scratching and playing. But yeah, I got a picture of all 3 of them on a different roost. Of course, Colin was here on the bar, the square bar, and Mortar was there on the round bar, and little Lyra was just swinging. She was just swinging away. So, just a little chick update. A couple more weeks and they're out, and hopefully, and probably by then we'll have more baby chicks. Yay, fun. Alright guys, you guys have a great afternoon. Happy Friday, y'all. Hope you all have a great weekend. Anyone getting this bad weather, my heart goes out to you. I'll keep you in my prayers. Delaware has missed every single storm. The first couple that went through, we had a couple days of some wind and some cold, and one morning maybe we had a little ice that melted right off. So knock on wood, we may not have any winter at all here, at least so to speak of. But wish us luck. Starting my seeds here the next week or two. I would love to start them now in February, but by the time they can go outside safely, they'll be getting to root bound. So I'll wait till the 1st, and then, they'll be ready to go out by May 1st. All right, bye guys. Some garden work next week, hopefully. Thanks, bye.